Let's talk property. Oxford, July the 4th. We have some fantastic speakers. Education is going to be on point. Are you worried about property in general today? Are you actually nervous? Are you nervous to start? Are you nervous to continue? Do you not know what to do? Come down to Oxford University, listen to me and Isabella speak, listen to the amazing speakers speak, get some motivation, get some inspiration, and it might give you the direction that you need just to change your strategy. That's what I think. Don't miss it. £10 a ticket, 120 spaces. I'll see you guys on Tuesday, July the 4th. Cruise 11 will buy this football club in his lifetime. My worst nightmare. 48 grand on a garden. I also have some very sad news. We have a member of the team who has left. I don't even know. Breaking news. Property Circle is now trademarked. Management training course done. What a day, what a turnout, what a venue. I'm happy as usual. And guys, big thing, Monday, you're going to see some magic. Weekly gang. Just realised what it was, Phil, actually, because Phil does the second camera when we do videos like this. Had these two lovely ladies on, rent-to-rent service accommodation. Guys, you know how I feel about rent-to-rent. I think my mind is changing a little bit. I'm seeing it more and more. The service accommodation side of things I love. It's just the rent-to-rent side. How did you feel on camera?
All right, once we got going. Yeah, all right, yeah.
You was all right after about a minute.
Yeah.
It took you a minute.
The swing of it.
Yes.
Ignore that they were there.
Yes, after about a minute.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed it.
Do you think that you'll be doing anything on camera yourselves going forward?
We'll see. We spoke about it briefly, haven't we?
Yeah,
it's just doing it, isn't it?
Yeah. That's the thing.
I
You
don't
can
mind
just
social
do.
media and stuff. I don't mind getting my phone out and doing a video and all that.
Yeah.
It's just doing all this kind of thing.
YouTube and stuff.
YouTube
It can be very daunting.
Yeah.
He just stands there. He's just hiding behind the door. Got a crazy day today, and I've just had a great phone call with somebody from Birmingham Council, so I will tell you how that went shortly. So the original drawing, where's the original? Oh, that's the original. Oh, sorry, yeah. So the one you just had up, where's the one you just had up? But every bedroom has an ensuite.
Yeah, but it doesn't have a kitchen. Because it has a communal kitchen and a communal living room.
I'll go back to the bed sits, please. Yeah, I prefer that. What do you reckon, Dave?
Yeah, I think that as well, yeah.
That one?
I like a contained unit with a kitchen and a bed.
I like that. That's pretty cool. So, 190 grand was the purchase price and it got valued at 210.
Yeah.
Okay. And completion is how long?
I think in the next month, isn't it?
Will it be the next month then? Because the offer's there, isn't it? It's in legals now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely next month.
Yeah, next month. Anytime.
Okay. Can you speak to the council, Tom? Find out which one they would prefer. Cost on this, you got a rough cost on what you think in your brain is the cost to do this. I know what
you told me.
What do you think then?
Well, you said about 80 to 90, didn't you?
Yeah, 90k is where my head's at.
Yeah.
90k is going to be for the self-contained units.
Yeah.
If it was the other way around, it'd probably be about 70, 75.
Yeah.
Weekly gang. So this was a property that I wanted. Ended up giving it to Burnsy. He's one of us, basically. He's a member of the circle, but he's someone who's from where we're all from and he knows all of us. He's got it. Tunny, my business partner in my mortgage company, secured the finance. Offers come through. It's in legals with my solicitor now. And we are just changing it from, is it a 4-bed this? Or 5?
Yeah, 4-bed.
It's a 4-bed house and we're just turning it into either a 6-bed self-contained or a 6-bed sit with a communal living room and a communal kitchen. Now the decision that we all want to go down is the 6 self-contained. we need to speak to Wolverhampton Council, figure out what their thoughts are with it, process and stuff like that. But all in all, like great property. Rental's going to be phenomenal, and there's a very good chance that we could do the BRRR to within 10%, hopefully, fingers crossed. But you will watch it on the journey, you will see what we do, and you will see, am I as good as I always say I am? I think I've proven that now, over and over and over again. But yes, keep your eyes peeled, because it's really cool. And Phil's probably going to do some screenshots of all of the drawings now for you guys to see. All in all, a very successful Tuesday. I have 3 new properties that I've bought today. Very excited. I have now decided that it looks like a self-contained unit is the way to go with this property. 6 self-contained units. Architect has done the drawing. Plans will be submitted next week. That's a good one. I'm excited to show you that. Very, very excited. I had a great conversation this morning. I have a huge meeting next week. Very big meeting with someone very important in the West Midlands. Hopefully open some doors for us. Tomorrow I am on the road back to Bondwolf because there are a few properties that I'm trying to secure in a Bondwolf auction. Other than that, fantastic day. I know I haven't done a lot in the first 2 days with you guys on the weekly, but we'll make up for that tomorrow, Thursday and Friday. So, back on the road today, looking for some investment properties, not just technically for me, for a couple of people that are around me. I've got Claude with me today.
Hello.
He is one of my mentoring students. He's out looking at some Bondwolf auction properties. Now, you can't show the number plates, but we've pulled up to one that I'm really interested in, and it's not personally for me. I want to trade this, so I want to buy it, and I've got somebody who's interested, so I can do a trade where I can probably make, if I get it for the right price, between £10,000 and £20,000 markup. But we've pulled up, and looking at all the cars that are here, it looks like we might have some competition, that some people have got the same idea as me. Bondwolf auctions are really cool, but because it's one of the biggest in the country, everybody knows about it. So we're going to go in, take a look around, and see if I can get a pre-auction deal on it. And then Claude can also understand what we look for, so when he starts doing this full time, this is how you make money. I don't think the legal pack is ready yet. No.
Okay.
So we don't know. What's it got in the description? No offers will be considered.
Okay.
So this will go in the auction.
Yeah. And what do you reckon the end value is on it?
250.
Okay.
That fence. Big pot, that is.
Your worst nightmare.
It is my worst nightmare. It's his favourite thing.
Let's go.
Let's go. 48 grand on a garden. Now I feel refreshed. Feel like I've relieved half a stone in urine. What's your thought process? What do you think of the house?
I haven't seen anything that was like crazy.
Yeah.
On it. I don't know what's going to be under these patch walls and stuff.
It could be damp,
Okay.
and they're covering the damp up. It's a very small house.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
You'd think coming up onto the street that the houses would be a bit bigger.
Yeah. And the garden's not in proportion with the house, is it? That's a huge garden. These aren't really nothing to worry about. Do you see this?
Yeah.
They aren't nothing to worry about. That's on the plaster.
Yeah.
But all in all, it is a good house. But it just depends on. There's a lot of people, like 4, 5, 6 people who you can tell are very serious.
Yeah.
And I don't think this is going to go for, especially with the 3 I've seen here who are looking to buy.
Yeah.
I see them always. I see them about, and I know what companies they own, so they have a decent size. So they're in it exactly the same way that mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you making notes on this, Claude? Yeah. Yeah, Claude's making notes, so we'll go through that. Matt from West Bromwich Albion just called.
Yep.
Box is ours now, done and
Box
dusted.
is ours.
Secured.
Yep.
But he's actually said now that we can start using it.
Yeah, we can start using it as of today.
Yep.
We can change obviously all the stuff on the walls to our own branding.
Yep.
You get your chicken and mash.
Did he confirm it's all done?
Yeah. She laughed when I asked the question.
And all the
we can
Isabella
use it-
salmon and mash.
Yeah, Isabella salmon and mash, and we can use it for meetings during the week as drop-in.
Weekly gang. Phil doesn't miss anything, do you, Phil? So, mine and Isabella's first ever box at West Brom is secured. It's done. It's ours from today. Which means we can now start using it if we want for drop-in meetings, as you probably just heard. Phil got it all. Very proud day, actually.
It's cool.
It is cool to say now that I actually own a box
It's a really cool place to take meetings.
at
as
West
well.
Bromwich Albion. And look at that. Just in time to speak to my Isabella. That last house was a good house. A lot smaller than I actually pictured it to be. But there's a lot of people who were competing for it, a couple of people I recognised from the industry. Had a few conversations off camera as well. No, I don't think that one's going to go anywhere near the price I want it to be. But we'll still be there because the person who wants to buy it is still open to making some more money on it. So we'll see. You love big gardens, don't you?
Yeah. Well, people want a big garden, don't they?
No, nobody wants a big garden. The roof's dipping.
Is there a drive at the back of this
You
house?
go and do your
There's a
thing.
drive now, it's a path.
Yeah, you go hunting, go on. You go and do your thing. The roof is sagging quite bad. Doesn't feel right. Third time lucky. This is the one that I want for me. 10 points to guess what was going on in here, guys. Give you a clue. That's really sad. Whoever was doing whatever they was doing in here, this is where they live. And that was their little washing area space. Phil shows you. Worry me, where it's been overboarded.
The joys worry me where they've been just letting the water just flood the house over the years.
Well, you can feel it.
You can feel it.
So when you're standing on the boards, you can actually feel the water that's been absorbed in there. Unscrewing them and looking underneath,
Could open a massive can of
I can
50
imagine
grand's
it.
worth of worms.
I can imagine it being absolutely horrendous. But as long as I get it for the right price, it works. 3/4 flats, and the rental market around here is awesome. So yeah. Any questions, guys, before I go? Because I'm literally, where am I going now? 2:45, 2:50. I'm going to get some food. Lunch break. Need some chicken. Drank, I think, 1.5 to 2 litres of water today. I'm trying to change my my diet. Trying. It's hard, very difficult, but I am very disciplined, so we'll see how well I do. Gym in 2 hours, back to the office, shoot a couple of videos, go to the gym, go home. I have a Zoom at 6 o'clock, and then I have a Zoom at 8 o'clock tonight. So exciting times ahead.
Those are Louis Vuitton, you see?
They're called Louis Vuitton. I don't even know. But I've had my orders. Also, guys, I bought some pretty incredible projects over the last couple of weeks, which you guys will see. So, health and safety is now one of the biggest issues in mine and Isabella's company. So everybody has to be on point. That includes you, sir. Yes, sir. You have your boots here. Yeah. So I've come today because the new windows have been fitted, patio doors have been fitted, front door has not been fitted because every single time someone brings something into site, the front door will always get damaged. And I've also come to check on the structural RSJs because they've been signed off. Have they been signed off? Let me think. No. Yes, they got signed off last night at 5 o'clock. So I just wanted to see them, wanted to update the Property Circle members, wanted to update everybody. So I've just took half an hour out of my day to come and have a look. So, weekly gang, if you look here, we have this frame system in place. And what actually happened was, when we bought the property, we took it back to brick. Now, where Phil's standing, if you look in front of this U-beam going across, you can see the front part of the house is actually a single-storey extension that's been added on. It appeared to be that it was structurally unsafe. There was no foundations and it just wasn't right. So we got our structural engineer to come in, take a look, and he created this frame system for us in order for the house to be structurally safe. Now, it's cost us in excess of £6,000, I believe. It's around 6, maybe 7. But now the house is structurally sound. Once the concrete's all poured in here and here, it will tie it all in and it gives the house the stability that it needs. So, unforeseen circumstances, extra costs, but this is the stuff people in the property world who teach you courses don't know about because they don't see it.
And obviously there's a delay as well in line with that.
Well, yeah, there's a delay. So if you've got bridging finance or anything like that, but people don't see things like this because, like I said, only if you're in property and you do development, these are the things that you see. Otherwise, some courses can't teach you this kind of stuff. Weekly gang, we are in Rugby, where I have a meeting with an investor for a substantial amount of funding. And this guy has come all dressed appropriately. So I don't know, that's the logo.
Yeah, it's done.
Where does it say about the name?
No, but that's it now.
Live and direct, coming to you with the breaking news. Property Circle is now trademarked. We are now officially in a very good position. I have the trademarks. I'm getting a bit emotional here because we was being held hostage. Wow. Very happy indeed. I'm in a good place. I'm in a happy mood. Today's going to be a great day, and I also have some very sad news. I'm actually going to talk about this at home. We have a member of the team who has left. Yesterday was his final day, and I will give you my thoughts on him leaving at home tonight.
1 hour later.
Oxford event, you're on holiday again, as usual.
Always.
Is it all sorted?
Yeah, it's all done. It's
Okay.
looking good. Everything seems to be ready. I've got one more thing to sort out that they keep hassling me for, and that's because it's Oxford University. They want £10 million worth of public liability cover.
What's ours, 5?
As is 2.
Okay.
2's the general, 5 sort of your normal max.
Tickets have flown.
Tickets are
Outrageous.
I'm actually, of all the events that we've ever done, I'm really gutted that I'm not coming to this one because it's Oxford University.
I know. So all the other dates for the rest of the year are confirmed as well, aren't they?
Yeah, all confirmed.
Bristol, Leeds, Sheffield, Nottingham, Birmingham.
Most of the venues are
And there's
also
one more, I
confirmed.
think.
Yeah.
Chester.
Yeah.
So yeah, Phil knew. See you weekly gang, Phil knew. There's not a drawdown on a lot of the properties this week. 2 of the contractors have called me saying, we don't want drawdowns this week.
Yeah.
Which was pretty cool because it shows that they're on budget and everything's working according to plan. Windows have been delivered to 189.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether they've gone in.
Landscaper is going to Wolverhampton tomorrow to to do that small rear garden.
Okay, that's cool.
That's all booked
Right,
in.
and there's all them projects, them 8 projects finished today, tomorrow?
They're not. They're finishing on Thursday next week.
Thursday.
The builder's been off with food poisoning for 3 days.
Why does it just keep getting pushed back? Because 4 weeks ago he told me it was all done.
I know. But he's sort of at his wit's end with the other contractors he's working with. I think people keep letting him down. You know, when you speak to someone and you can hear sadness in the voice, you know you're treading on eggshells, but sometimes you just got to work with him. He's there and thereabouts now. He reckons he's got some very minor snags to do next week. He's meeting the tiler up there, his tiler up there also. So that's sorted, but the landscaping's going on at the same time. So as long as the landscaping and him complete at the same time, I'm happy because the house is finished at the same time.
Okay.
Scaffolding's coming down.
What about the carpets down south?
Carpets down south. I am waiting for a guy to bring me back.
Okay, and the front veranda side of things?
The price is coming back today/tomorrow, and the work commences on Monday.
Okay,
I
that's
spoke
good.
to him yesterday.
So everything's going according to plan?
Everything's going according
And what
to
about the
plan.
3 new houses I tried to buy yesterday? Do we have any feedback on them? Well, I say houses, developments, because 2 is build sites.
One, we're going to this. We've got to go to the viewing tomorrow just to cross check it.
Yeah.
But the offer's in on that, and it looks like it's going to be accepted by the seller.
Yeah.
They've said that he's motivated. We've told him we want it sorted by tomorrow.
Yeah.
The other one is the auction house, which we're buying.
That to build?
Yeah, that's to build.
Okay, that's a huge development.
That's a huge development. We're going to offer next week.
Okay.
Yeah, because it has to.
Do we have
go
any
to offer.
competition?
He said he's got a few interested parties, but nobody's motivated. They're just umming and ahhing over it. But we want it, so we'll just take it.
Do you speak directly to our guy?
Yes.
Okay, good. Other than that, have a great holiday.
Yeah, it's
It's your first holiday where it's like a hotel kind of thing, isn't it?
yeah, first holiday with the pool.
You never have a holiday with a pool, do you?
No. Well, I think we had one with the family last year, didn't we? But generally we don't, because we're always trotting about. But yeah, so first.
So you're in the same hotel for the whole week?
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it'll be cool. There's a lot of. We're sort of smack bang in the middle of the island, so we can go wherever we want. It's not far, and then we have some pool.
You'll have a great time.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Right, I will catch up with you guys later on.
You wasn't there, was you?
I wouldn't
It got crazy. You got absolutely crazy, but enjoy them.
Thank you.
Okay, see you in a little bit. You're welcome.
So what happened there, Steve?
We went to a school to drop off some trainers to a boy that was on my Instagram live the other day. And then we took a few other pairs of trainers and it just didn't go according to plan. Weekly Gang, you all saw it last week. It was carnage. It turned into what could have been a disaster, but we got out of there quick. And the young lad who actually was supposed to have his trainers didn't get any because he was too far back. I don't know if you picked any of that conversation up, just Phil. So on our way to our next meeting, we dropped them off, and the most random thing ever, he lives at number 11. His house number's 11. So I have no idea how. I do know it keeps happening to me everywhere I go, all the time. Last 10 years of my life, 11, 11, 11. But the young lad who we gave the trainers to lives at number 11. So yeah, he's got his trainers, he's happy. Hopefully it brings a smile to his face and he does something really nice to people in the future. That's the plan. Guys, I am officially in mine and Isabella's box and Cruisy Baby's box. We are now the occupiers. It's ours. It's done. Contracts are signed. New season. One of the perks of owning a box at a football club is that I get to come whenever I want. I get to have meetings here. Look at that view. Look at that view. This is insane because I literally grew up just behind that stand there. I've been coming here my whole life and I've always dreamed of owning a box at West Bromwich Albion. Just always dreamed, just something that I always wanted. And I just remember about 10 years ago, I was like, need to get a box, need to get a box, need to get a box. And now I have the box. Now I need to buy the club. I need to buy the club. I don't actually think I will buy West Bromwich Albion, but I'm going to make a very, very, very great prediction. And if you're a betting person, get down the bookies, see what the odds are. But my son, Cruz 11, will buy this football club in his lifetime. That's a fact, guaranteed fact. Cruz will buy this football club. And today's a very proud day. Weekly gang, we're back Friday. Little tour around some of my properties. I had a couple of meetings in my box, which was very surreal. I have someone with me today, Kev, who does a fantastic networking event. I'm going to put it up on the screen for you guys to see what he does. You tell the weekly what you do.
So we run a monthly event over based in the Black Country in Stourbridge. We try to get like-minded property professionals together, network. We get great speakers. We've asked Steve to come along and speak, which he's kindly offered to do. So yeah, we're trying to be a little bit different to a lot of the networking meetings out there. Try and do a little bit different. So yeah, if you're in the Black Country and you're looking to network with property professionals, definitely come along. Thank you, Steve.
How easy was that? That rolled like so easy. I've been to one of his networking events, guys, and it was fantastic. The one that he done recently looked even better because he had a barbecue. When I was there, we didn't get the barbecue food, but he got it out this time. And yeah, so another great networking event in the industry, which is really cool. Guys, this is going to be 4 flats. Now, if you imagine you've got 4 flats and you've got 4 people living in 4 flats, every flat will have somebody who has got one of these plugged in, maybe an iPad or a MacBook, TV on, washing machine on. If your cookers and stuff like that are electric, which most of my properties are electric, all of them running. If everything's running at the same time, your fuse board will usually trip. So when you're at home and your whole house goes bang, and then you go to your fuse board and you can see one of your fuses has gone down, you turn it back up and you try and do it, overloading of power. So when you have a property that's got people living there like HMOs, self-contained units, flats, you do this. You upgrade your electricity to 3-phase. So there's the 3 fuses, 1, 2, 3, and it can be a very costly thing to do, but if you are going to convert building into HMOs, self-contained, or flats like this, you have to make sure that it's in your budget. Now, the cost of doing something like this can vary. This property here would cost us around £4,000 to £8,000 because it depends on the level of work that the electric company has to do. Now, Western Power are usually the ones who have the monopoly on it. They will come out, they're the people that will do it. If they have to do it from the other side of the road and stop the traffic and dig the road up and go under, obviously it's an extra cost. Outside, if it's on the same side of the road, it's cheaper, but you are at their mercy. They will tell you when they can come and do it, so you have to factor that in as well. So if you're going to convert something and you have a bridge, make sure you have factored in the 6, 10, 12 weeks for your electric to be upgraded to 3-phase. So if you're thinking of getting into HMOs or self-contained units, understand there are legislations. Now, some of the key points that I can tell you guys are soft closing doors, soft closing windows, break glass core points throughout the whole of the property, wherever you want to place them, emergency lighting. Guys, there's a lot that goes into this industry, so make sure you are well educated and you understand what you need to do. If you look here, these are intermittent strips that go around the fire doors. Now, for the first couple of months, these are really difficult when you're opening and closing doors, but after a few months, they break, as in they give. They don't break physically, They just give and they make it easier for the doors to open and close. So when you have these originally, don't worry if the door feels like it's quite stiff to open. It's a normal thing with these intermittent strips.
Got the boots on today.
Guys, come on. Health and safety comes first. This has been boarded, it's being plastered today, I think. And we've got some of the flooring down for the self-leveler to go. Can you see the space now? There's colour in here. Can you clearly see how big this is? It's absolutely unbelievable. What a space. And all the times we've been coming here while it's been brick and stuff like that, you can't really see the full scope of how big this is. We've doubled the square footage of this house, more or less. And someone's going to shout at me, so I need to go back in that way. So I actually bought the extension. The first set of drawings was to the end. And then when I configured the house and I looked at it, I was like, right, open plan when you walk through the door, dining room there, open plan living room there, open plan kitchen at the back, utility on the right and downstairs toilet. So I ended up moving it in like a metre because when whoever buys this house will be with children. And you don't want children walking through your front door. So you know they're coming from football or anything, come from school. So I had a gate put in so they go into the utility and then they can enter the house whichever way they want to then, instead of walking directly through the front door. So I ended up pulling it in a metre. So on site, and I'm going to show you this, guys, down here. Look, if you look there, the bottom, the one that's been cut, that was the original pipe for the gas to go into the property. The gas meter was inside this property, and for aesthetics, I wanted it moved outside. So they've come along, they've cut the pipe in half, they've added a new connector, and they've run the yellow pipe, which is the gas pipe, all the way round the side of the property into the new gas meter. We dug the trench ourselves and they charged us £980 to do that. There was a waiting time, 4 weeks, they're out, they've done it, it's completed. We haven't filled the hole in just yet because we want to move, if you come here, we are moving the electric incomer to the outside wall where the gas is as well. We're going to connect off that existing electric cable, run it all the way along into the new box outside, and we have been charged by the MEB £1,500 for the convenience of them coming out and running a cable from there to there, and we have digged the hole for them, or the trench. Then we can fill it back up with concrete and get moving. The existing electric incomer that's going to be moved over there. So if you come in here, Phil, please. That is the new soil pipe from the en-suites upstairs. We can't do anything here. This wall needs to be cut. The doors need to be put in. The house needs rendering. Everything is on hold until this gets moved. We have been told 6 to 10 weeks by MEB to come out and get it done. How do we overcome that? We have to call them every 3 days to try and get an appointment date sooner, because it's holding up a lot of stuff. It's holding up anything that's being done on this side, which includes the doors, the render, the soil stack, the floor leveling. Everything is being held up because MEB are slow. So we've had this wall built, haven't we?
Yep.
Okay, so when I came here, I wanted it split into two. I wanted the back side and the front side.
Yep.
Why do I feel like I've made a bad choice?
I don't.
Explain.
Because in here,
Is the living room.
the wall was here, so we've gained the extra metre, and that wall couldn't be taken out because of the stairs.
Yep, we know, yeah.
So we've ran it in line with that.
Yep, okay.
This I do, however, want to stud this out. I want to come out to here.
Why couldn't we just, okay, yeah, doesn't matter, it's done now. But
What are you
okay,
thinking? What's your
no, because it's not worked out how I wanted it to work, 'cause I ain't been here for ages.
Oh, okay.
So,
He has only done this in the last 7 days.
exactly.
Not this last
So
one.
what's this now?
This will all be run. This will run straight through. The reason there's a return here is to this level is for the kitchen.
So what's this?
It's all part of this open plan.
But it's not open plan, is it?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
No, f it.
Because we haven't got the width.
This wall needs to come out.
That,
The wall needs to come out. On the drawings, I didn't see that level.
that return.
That return's too big. So basically, it looks like you've got a living room, and then a non-entity, and then your kitchen.
I just think it's because you're looking at it and the floor ain't flat.
No, I'm looking
so
at it.
you've got
Nothing
two
to do
separate
with the
levels
floor.
and the reveals.
I'm looking at it from the reveal. This one doesn't really faze me. This one doesn't faze me because that goes into this utility. Is this the utility?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Sorry,
that don't
I'm
faze me. But that's really bugging me now. That's when I vision this all done out and plastered and everything.
Better downstairs toilet. Cut it here. Have a downstairs toilet.
Yeah. Isn't there a downstairs toilet in there?
No, we removed it.
Okay, yeah. That would make me feel better.
Then you've
but
got
then,
a flat wall there, haven't you? You've got this space that runs through in like a...
Well, you could split it into two then. So put it on the drawing, split it into two, have a downstairs toilet on that side, and have a storage cupboard pantry thing there.
Okay. That's
Please.
only stud work. That's easy.
Yeah. Yeah, so get that done,
Yeah,
please.
Craig's going to be
because
over the moon when I tell him he's got to put some drainage in for a toilet.
I don't like that.
The drain's here, so he'll just have to dig this. The only thing he'll dig is here.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Okay. I do agree, because it is a... I do agree.
Do you see it? It's the first time I've seen it as well.
I do, but if it was... I do see it, but if it was presented correctly... I do see it, but if it was presented correctly, I think that would be really cool. Because I think
As an alcove?
Yeah, because I just think that you could have a TV on that wall, and you could have your table and chairs here, and you've got like a dining area that's not in the walkway, like a proper dining area.
Had a little scare there, didn't you?
In what?
With the wall.
I don't like that wall. It doesn't really show on the drawing as much. Obviously, I always say to you guys, it's a massive tip I always say, drawings are fantastic to get calculations of prices from working drawings, but nothing beats being on site and actually seeing what the drawings show. Now, I saw that wall, which you've just showed everybody, and you'll probably do an overlay again. That wall has really annoyed me because it's kind of like I have a beautiful space here, then I go into like a non-entity nothing space, and then I have a beautiful open plan kitchen, and it just doesn't feel right as I walk through. So something needs to be changed. We've made a decision on what's going to be changed, which more than likely will be changed again. To check up on the renovations on a couple of the houses on the road, and I've seen you've got one for sale opposite 189 Litchfield Road. Just wondered if you know if there's any movement on that actual physical price, or are they dead set on what it's at? Oh, okay, is it? I'll make an answer. I'll give you a call back in the next 10 minutes. All right, cheers, mate. Thank you. Bye. 375. He said it's corporate. It's not a person, it's a corporate sale. He said offers at 230 that have declined.
What was that called about, Steve?
I got two houses on this road. There's one up for sale that I want. So I spoke to the agent and I just wanted to see if there was some movement, see if there's anything that we can do. It's up for 250,000. Offers have been around 230 that they've all declined. It's corporate sale. So I want to run the numbers on it and see where we're at. Yep.
Last one of a mini tour.
Yeah, so they're back on site here Monday. We finally got everything signed off. We have all of them here to fill in the concrete from the structure that's had to be done from the party wall agreement and getting the foundations correct. So I think we have the whole team here for 2 days on Monday and Tuesday. And then literally by the time we come back the end of next week, the whole of that extension will be up on the side, because putting the extension up is the easy part. It's the foundations that have been a pain in the arse. And we've actually had to do the foundations in metre sections. And then every time we've done a metre, we've had to get it signed off and we have to fill it in now. But it's been a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. The garden will always be #1 nightmare, and it's his fault. Terrible. Hate that garden. Have you noticed how I'm facing this way? Because every time I look at that garden, I just see my bank balance depleting like this constantly. Weekly gang, another week over. It is Saturday morning, 10:15. I'm at Millennium Point, one of my last 3 in-person training courses. Buy, refurbish, refinance, rent / flipping today. Full house. Going to nail it today. Going to take it to a whole different level. Because it's my last one on the BRRR flipping, I'm going to make a spectacle. I wanted to touch upon TT leaving. I'm very sad. I'm very upset about Tom leaving because the ultimate professional, one of the best employees I've ever had in my entire life. Me and Isabella are very close to him. He lives 10 minutes from my house. He was a huge integral part of our company, but sometimes life goes on a different path, that he has got some things where doors have opened up for him, and whatever he does, he will be successful because he's the ultimate professional, fantastic human being. And it's not like some of the fallen soldiers that we've had around us over the last 2 years. He's still around us. So next week he's around my house for a barbecue. He'll always be around. You'll still see him at the events. You'll still see him popping into the offices. He's not going anywhere like that. He's still going to be a part of our team. He'll always be a part of our team. And when I spoke to him on the day he left, I called him on the night time with Isabella. Whenever he wants a job or whenever he wants to come back on board, there will always be a place for TT. Ending the weekly, my Isabella, she sold a deal. We got past the deal. I was reviewing it in my offices at home, and she said, "Are we buying that deal?" I was like, "No." And she said, "Oh, I've got someone to buy that deal." So she sold it for £8,000. Great deal, HMO, but it was up north, and I didn't want it. And she treated me. She bought me a present, and it's been on my sideboard in my house for like 3 or 4 days. I kind of know what it is, but I actually don't know what it is, if that makes sense. I can tell by the box. So she sold a deal, she made £8,000, and she treated me, which is amazing. So I did know that there was going to be something like this. It's just the colour, I'm presuming. Very nice. These are probably the most comfortable trainers that I own, actually, and she knows that. So Isabella, thank you so much, darling. Massively appreciate it. I have the best fiance in the entire world. She's incredible. She's doing amazing things, and she's doing more and more on social media, actually. She's back. She's showing people why she is the queen of the property world, and she's incredible. Her mentoring actually starts. She's got like a little group of people that she's mentoring that starts next week. She's super happy about that. Also, next Friday, guys, the weekly, Isabella takes over the day. Nice. Weekly gang, Isabella is taking over next Friday. The whole day. I'll be there in the background doing bits and pieces, but she's doing the weekly on Friday next week. So tune in because you'll get to see how amazing Isabella is. Right, I have to go in. I have to start my day. You'll see that next week because Phil will do his magic and get the shots. But guys, thank you so much. Next week, I'm going to show you some building plots that I've got. Don't miss that.